The Village of Frankfort is delighted to work with Hickory Creek Middle School musicians to bring this musical Veterans Day celebration to the Frankfort community. My name is Jim Holland. I am a veteran of the United States Coast Guard, where I served as a pilot. I am a member of Frankfort Mokena American Legion Post 2000, and I am the mayor of Frankfort. It was on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918 that an armistice between the Allied nations and Germany went into effect. The fighting on the Western Front of World War I ended at that moment. The following year, Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11 as Armistice Day, a day to reflect on the heroism of those who died in the country's service. The United States Congress made November 11 a holiday in 1938. In 1954, Congress amended the law by striking out the word armistice and inserting the word veterans, and thus November 11 became a day to honor all American veterans. We begin our program with the 7th and 8th grade woodwinds playing Semper Paratus, the United States Coast Guard song. Semper Paratus means always ready, which is the motto of the Coast Guard. The original lyrics of the song were written in 1922 by Coast Guard Captain Francis Saltus van Bosberg, and later in 1927 he set them to music, which he also wrote. The song speaks of both the wartime and peaceful missions of the Coast Guard. Through surf and storm and howling gale, to fight to save or fight and die, I Coast Guard, we're for you. Or another verse, the Coast Guard fights through storms and winds to punish or to save. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Semper Paratus as played by the Hickory Creek 7th and 8th grade woodwinds. Francesco Maria Scala, the first director of the Marine Corps Band, took a tune from an opera that was written by Jacques Offenbach in 1867 and made it into the well-known Marine's Hymn. In 1929, the Commandant of the Marine Corps authorized the song to be the official song of the Marine Corps. Thus, it is the oldest song in the armed forces. The song honors the 1847 Battle of Chapultepec in Mexico City and the 1805 Battle of Dima in what is now Libya. Interestingly, Western Illinois University is the only non-military school allowed to use the hymn. They have had the permission since 1927. The 7th and 8th grade strings now play the Marine's Hymn. In 1938, Liberty Magazine offered a prize of $1,000 to anyone who won a contest to compose a song for the Army Air Corps. The solicitation stated that the song was required to be of simple harmonic structure within the limits of untrained voices, and its beat was to be in a march tempo of military pattern. There were 700 submissions, and the panel was not satisfied with any of them. They asked well-known composers Meredith Willson and Irving Berlin to write the song, and the panel was still not satisfied. In the last days of the contest, a music instructor, Robert Crawford, submitted the familiar tune and words. In 1939, Crawford sang the song over national radio. Originally, it was called the Army Air Corps Song, but when the Air Force was created in 1947, it changed to the United States Air Force Song. The country's most famous pilot, Charles Lindbergh, was asked about the song, and he wrote, "I think it is mediocre at best." In 2020, the words were changed to gender-neutral terms. Let's listen as the Hickory Creek Tiger Band percussion section plays the United States Air Force Song. Anchors Aweigh was composed in 1906 by Lieutenant Charles Zimmerman, who had been the bandmaster of the Naval Academy Band since 1887. The lyrics were by a midshipman named Alfred Hart Miles from the Academy class of 1907. The song was written to be a football march and was first played at the Army-Navy football game in 1906. Navy won 10-0. Because much of the lyrics are specific to football, it has never been made the official song of the Navy. The name and meaning are a lesson for our middle school students in grammar and spelling. There is no apostrophe in anchors. It is not possessive. It is plural. Aweigh is spelled A-W-E-I-G-H and is used as an adjective describing the condition of the anchors. The term anchors aweigh means that the anchors have been raised enough to clear the sea bottom, and therefore the ship comes under the rules for being officially underway. And that way is spelled W-A-Y. The 7th and 8th grade brass section will play Anchors Aweigh. The Army was the last military branch to adopt a song. In 1952, the Secretary of the Army asked music industry professionals to suggest a song, and the song selected was played at President Eisenhower's inaugural. But there was a problem. The song was so similar to a song titled, "I've Got a Lovely Bunch of Coconuts," that it was abandoned. The Army then reverted to an old standby that was written in 1917 by the famous Marine Corps band leader John Philip Sousa. It was called the U.S. Field Artillery March. It was based on an earlier work by Edmund Gruber. The 1918 lyrics read, "Over hill, over dale, we will hike the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along." Currently, the lyrics are, "First to fight for the right, and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Some state that the words for the original lyrics can be attributed to William Shakespeare's opening lines in Act 2, Scene 1 of A Midsummer Night's Dream, which begins, "Over hill, over dale." The 7th and 8th grade strings play "The Army Goes Rolling Along," the official song of the United States Army. What a wonderful group of musicians. Thank you for that tribute to our veterans. I also thank the Frankfort School District 157C Board of Education and its president, Edith Lutz, Superintendent Maura Zinni, Principal Tricia Dotson, music directors Doug Adams, Shannon Shanahan, and Allison Bauman for including the village in this program. I also thank the student musicians and their parents for the work that they have put into this program. On this Veterans Day of 2020, let us consider the sacrifices that the veterans of our armed forces have made for our freedom. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.